The startup ecosystem is awash with unhelpful untruths that lead founders astray. There are certain strongly held beliefs by founders for what factors turn a successful startup into a billion-dollar business. Much like a unicorn itself is a myth, so too are these so-called truths of startup success. Author and venture capitalist Ali Tamaseb spent 4 years conducting an extensive data-driven study on startups. He recently published his findings in his book, Super Founders: What Data Reveals About Billion-Dollar Startups. Ali collected and analysed 30,000 data points to reveal what it really takes to build a unicorn startup. And it challenges long-held beliefs held by founders, VCs and accelerators on what it takes for startups to be successful. So let's debunk 6 common unicorn myths. The first myth is that being a non-technical founder is a disadvantage. This just isn't true. In fact, just over half of founding CEOs at unicorn startups were non-technical. The second biggest myth is that going through an accelerator increases your chance of success. This is a complete lie, probably peddled by the accelerators who stand to profit from acquiring a large percentage of shares in early stage ventures in return for what often turns out to be of little value. The truth, according to Ali, is that 90% of unicorns did not go through an accelerator. Of those that did, it was the global leader Y Combinator who unsurprisingly had the most unicorn successes. Next, we turn to the myth of age. Speak to an older founder and they'll have concerns that they're not of interest to investors because they're not a young tech-savvy founder. Talk to many younger founders and they feel they don't have enough experience to tick investors' boxes. So which is it? The fact of the matter is that age and success are not correlated. The median age for a tech founder was 34, while the median age for a healthcare and biotech founder was 42. In other words, you don't have to be a wonder kid straight out of university to become a startup success story. The fourth commonly held but misguided belief is that you have to be the first to market with your idea. In actual fact, 85% of unicorns had competitors from the moment they started. 50% were competing with large, incumbent, old-school companies when they got founded, while 20% were competing in fragmented markets with dozens of competitors, none of which were dominant players. On a similar theme, the next myth often discussed amongst founders is the need to launch in a market with little or no competition. It turns out that market differentiation is actually the key to success, not a lack of competition, with more than 60% of unicorns having higher differentiation in their product offering versus their competitors. And the final myth is that you need previous sector expertise to create a unicorn business. The reality is, only 30% of unicorn startup founders in consumer technologies had previously worked in the same industry, while only 40% of founders of unicorn startups in the enterprise and SaaS tech space had worked in the same industry before. The only exception was for healthcare and biotech, where experience did play a major factor in success. So according to Ali's data, it's much more important for a founder to possess soft skills such as managing a team, sales and marketing if they're to build a unicorn business. Finally, Ali discovered that it was the founders who used their network and their resources to learn more than anyone else about their sector who were ultimately the most exceptional founders and the ones that built billion-dollar businesses.